What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris. This is Ducklope Outdoors, and today we're going to be going over how to blow a goose call for beginners. So let me get home, get changed, and we'll get right into it. Alright guys, so home, I'm changed, and we're ready to go over this goose call. But first, let's go ahead and break down what call I'm going to be showing y'all on. So this is the JT short fuse. So it is a short reed goose call, and this call from JT Calls, I think it's like $120 or so. You don't necessarily have to buy a call that expensive. If you like the sound of this, of course, you can go hit him up and he'll get you hooked up. Now, the same fundamentals as the last video with the duck call. So you're gonna hold it the same exact way, and you'll put your mouth on it the same exact way, so none of that changes. And another element that you're gonna add to it is your other hand. So you're gonna use two hands on the goose call, and that helps create back pressure, and it also helps change up tones, and it makes it sound like the goose is turning its head when it's talking. What we're gonna get into next is how to position your tongue in your mouth and how to actually blow into the call to make it do what you want. So the same thing, same fundamentals as before with the duck call. So you wanna keep your cheeks tight, and you don't wanna be puffing up before, like letting your cheeks blow out. And you also don't wanna lose that tightness within your diaphragm. Go ahead and mark your calendars. I'm gonna be going live with Daddy Duck 365. I'm gonna have a live going on my channel, and also if you wanna see both of us talking at the same time, hop over to Daddy Duck 365, and it's gonna be Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead and mark your calendars. We'll see you then. The first thing that we wanna go over is the actual pressure of air that you're putting into it. With blowing a goose call, I found that the thing that makes it the most goose sounding is putting voice in your blowing. So you're almost like hoo hoo. So that's it's gonna give it like a deeper sound, and that's when you get into your moans and your clucks. And really, that's all you need to do with the goose call to make it work. So now to go over the position of your tongue. So imagine that this hand right here is the roof of your mouth, and this bottom hand is your tongue. So the way that you want the back of your tongue to hit the roof of your mouth, and that's going to allow the call to break open. I'll demonstrate for you what I mean by break open. So by blowing in it, this is what it's going to sound like with voice and with the pressure that you need. But this is what it sounds like just blowing into it. And that's almost like your moan. So to get the actual moan, and this is the first part of the video on how to blow this thing, if you just want to do moans, use two hands, whether you can cup it like this, cup it like that. Some people, almost like like you're doing a mouth call with a turkey call. You want to do something like this with the moan. And that's the moan. Super easy to do. Now, the next thing is the trickiest part for most people starting off on a goose call, and this takes a lot of practice. What you want to do is almost like you're saying huck. That's how I blow the goose call. There's many ways to skin a cat, and this is the way I learned, and it works for me. So if you have the goose call out to your mouth and you do a huck, so it's a huck, 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 it's gonna sound exactly, or it should sound exactly like this. Now, what you need to do is once it starts hitting that high note, the reed wants to break open, and you need to finish breaking the reed over to make it have the cluck sound. By doing it shorter, as in just the cluck itself without the moan, is the easiest way I found to learn how to do it. So you just want to use that pressure back behind it, throw in voice, and just put the air to the actual call. Don't be scared of it. And so what I'm doing is a hick, 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 hick. and that's a cluck. Now, once you've mastered the actual cluck itself, you can bounce it off the moan and the cluck and bounce back and forth. You can do multiple clucks and then throw in a moan and then go back to clucking. So that way it changes up and it sounds like it's multiple geese talking, because obviously we don't just have one goose decoy out there. You're going to have multiple decoys. So you want to imitate as if there's a lot of other geese talking. So how you do that, you go into your clucks and then you switch and you go back to the just blowing into the call. So and by moving your hand around, it sounds like it's coming from different parts in front of you, especially when the geese are circling around or if they're flying into you. It's also changing up the tone itself, so that way it sounds like there's multiple geese talking. And that's my biggest tip is when, let's say you're hunting, right? And you have a group of, let's say 3 or 4 guys. As long as everyone knows how to do a cluck, and depending on your scouting and what you've seen out there in the field, you typically don't just hear one goose talking. Typically. Now, if you're hunting a large spread, let's say you got out like 200 decoys. I actually have a video of that on my channel, and I'll leave that at the end of the video, so that way you can take a look at it and you can see. So far as the calling, it's just one person calling, and we're hunting over almost 200 decoys. And with just one person calling and they're just doing clucks and that's it, it's super unnatural, and that's the reason why the geese won't come into it, because it just doesn't sound right to them. If they're seeing something where there's multiple, a big spread out in front of you, and they only think that they hear 1 or 2 geese, then obviously it's unnatural. So you need everyone with you to at least know how to do a cluck and moan. And that's really all you need to do. What I really want to emphasize is practice and understanding the spread that you're hunting over. So that's going to determine how many people need to be calling, and also you need to understand excitement. So if you got a whole flock of geese coming around, and let's say that you start to see them, and you're going to hear them coming, and you see a whole flock of them. Like, you can start off with some clucks, so just to get their attention. And you got their attention at that point. They see the spread. They hear, geese talking. Now, once they really start coming in, normally geese get excited that another group is coming in to them. So that's when you really start getting excited. They want to hear and feel the excitement. So that's when you really get fast into it. So you want to throw out even as fast as clucks that you can do. And by doing the excitement, changing from a slow cadence up to that fast one, they're going to be even more excited, because they know that those geese are down there feeding, and they're excited. They're telling their buddies, "Hey, come in down here, feed with us. Let's group up, because numbers matter to geese." All right, go ahead and take those tips with you to the blind and give it a shot this season. So September 1st is when it opens up here, and hopefully it'll put some meat in the freezer for you. I'm gonna also leave the video of the mistakes that were made on that one goose hunt. That way y'all can see we only had one goose decoy in with us, and we were hunting over a spread of like 200 full body avian X geese. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that subscribe button and go ahead and watch those video and hop into that playlist for the my last hunt season. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and as always, y'all stay safe.